Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be telling you about a personal experience that I have had in my life. I love to be involved and make as many friends as I can with the intentions to leave an imprint of mine on someone else's life. I have always been involved in student council throughout high school, and this year I am actually the student council president. I love putting myself out there and finding joy in making others happy while gaining leadership experience. So I am going to talk about the time that I went to a leadership camp that I was very, very nervous for and ended up changing my life. So in the summer of 2018, I was asked if I wanted to go to a student council camp named ILTC, which stands for Iowa Leadership Training Conference. I had said yes due to the fact that I was right on the spot, but I really did not want to go due to the stigma around student councils, which you could base that like the movies, which student councils always seem like the weird kids. I had tried thinking of ways to get out of the camp, but my parents told me I needed to go and just experience all of it. The camp is a 4-day long experience where you barely sleep, but you get to make friends and get put into certain leadership roles that maybe you haven't been able to experience before or anything like that. There had only been one other person from my school going, and she was a grade older than me, and we really didn't talk just because our cliques did not really hang out. The camp was at Grandview University, and we stayed in the dorms for 3 nights. On the way up to the camp, I remember being so nervous and feeling as if it just was not my place to be there and that I just wanted to go home. As soon as I got to the camp, there were people waiting for me to check in, and they were singing and dancing, which really threw me off because I did not want to sing and dance. I remember feeling so awkward and just feeling misplaced. The first day, we got put into our councils where we had to complete challenges as a team, and there were about 10 to 12 of us in each mini council, and we had 2 JCs, which stands for junior counselors, and they were just like the older groups, preferably like college students, that were just in charge of us pretty much. I started to feel more comfortable every second that I was there because everyone had just become so welcoming, and they were great at giving advice and opening up to me, and it was just great. Some of the challenges that we did go through were very frustrating though, and took a lot of patience from everyone. We had multiple conversations about what we hope to accomplish in the next school year and so on, such as the state project that year, which I am not sure off the top of my head what that was, but we had just talked about what our schools do, really with different things like homecoming and what we do throughout our communities and just stuff like that. So it was just overall a really good experience, but I made amazing relationships with people that I really would never see myself hanging out with if we had been living in the same town. I met people who wanted to make a difference in the world just like I do. I became good friends with one of the junior counselors, even though I was not in his group. We bonded over shoes and food because I had told him that I really, really liked his shoes and was going to buy them and wear them to the next camp. But the last day, I had become such good friends with some of the people that were there. It was so hard for me to leave. I had gotten everyone added on Snapchat and got phone numbers for some. On the last day, we had written each other letters and handed them out. These letters were called magic letters, and you had to write a letter for everyone in your council, including your junior counselors, and you could write to other councils if you wanted to do that as well. And basically what we did, we decorated little paper bags, little paper sacks at the beginning of the week and stuck them to our doors, and you would just go slip your note in the door. So that was really cool. To this day, I still have mine, and they still make me tear up a little bit every single time I see them. Everyone was so open, and it made the first time going to the camp so much easier. I went the year after that as well and had a blast. I made so many new connections and still talk to lots of the friends I had made. I am very happy that I was encouraged to go to ILTC because I would have never made the lifelong connections that I have now. Since then, I have learned to go out of my comfort zone no matter what it is. I know that with my outgoing personality, I will find people who have the same interests as me.